Hi everyone, this is Natasha, and I thought I would share with you finally my Your Paper Pantry ATCs for the Garden Dreams theme. And since I moderate this group on yourpaperpantry.ning.com, there are 5 groups, and I was in each of the 5 groups. And in order to keep things just a little more interesting for those who are in multiple groups, I try to vary the ATC slightly from one group to another, rather than make 50 of exactly the same one. So I got a theme down, and then I used the same basic items with the exception that they are varied in shades. So what I started off with is craft color paper from Hobby Lobby. I was just recently restocked, which was fabulous. And then I ran that, I cut that with my Dream Cuts machine. All you have to do is trim down the 8.5 by 11 to 7 by 10, and then you can run it through the cut in half slot, I think 3 times. So it's much easier than trimming them out by hand or cutting them with a die cut, which I do have an ATC die cut. It just goes, for volume, it goes by a lot faster. And I did make these ATCs on over a course of several Ustreams. So I'll be doing the same thing with the May ATCs starting this afternoon. So I'll include a link in the description below to my Ustream channel if anyone's interested in participating or stopping by just to see my process from beginning to end. It's definitely far lengthier than the ability to show it in one video. Plus, it gives me the opportunity to get something accomplished while I get company and instant feedback from those who are stopping by. So I cut the 2.5 by 3.5 ATC size, and then I ran it through this embossing folder from the Cuttlebug, and it was part of the Asian set, which was, I believe, exclusive to either Oh My Crafts or directly on. It wasn't exclusive for a temporary period of time, and now it's available on uh, Cricut.com. So it's one of the larger folders, and it's the cherry blossoms. So I ran through the craft side through the cherry blossoms, and then I used different shades of greens to rub over from the color box, both the chalks and the pigments, to run over the high points of the embossed image, and then filled in some of the little circles with stickles in patina, crystal, sorry, not focusing, eucalyptus, and lime green, depending on the shade of ink that I used. So there's various ones, and the way I picked the ink is to coordinate with several different shades of green flowers that I had from Wild Rocket Crafts. So the fence is the On the Edge, or On the Fence Tim Holtz Alterations die, which I cut, and this strip makes just enough for 2, so I just cut it down the middle for 2 ATCs, and I put them on the bottom. And then, because they were just regular regular chipboard color, I colored them up using, where is it? Lindy Stamp Gang Frosty Forest Green. Frosty Forest Green, and I have it's the dauber top. And then on the edge there's some white, and that's done with the Picket Fence Distress Stain, giving it a little bit of age, so it's shimmery and a little aged. And then those were glued down along the edges, and with hot glue I attached 3 flowers in various shades of green. I just curled the little tails, so all the little tails are intact. And then on the sentiment, I printed it from my printer and then punched it with this Fiskars punch to talk bubble. And then also on craft paper and with green ink, and edged that with white. Actually, I think that might have been done with the distress stain. Yeah, I think that was with the distress stain. It was a lot less messy. And then I attached this tiny little sequin butterfly to each one. And then the backs are American Crafts white cardstock. It's the textured one, so it gives a little bit more sturdiness, but it's definitely not chipboard, so it's not as heavy. I've been trying to stay away from chipboard if I can, in order to accommodate for all the international shippers who are receiving these tags, this ATCs back. And then as inspiration, I printed off this image which I had used as the sample on the group for the signups, and I just thought it was a really pretty image. But what I did is when I printed it, and I printed on photo paper, just a Kodak photo paper right from my printer, I left a larger piece of white at the bottom, making it look like a Polaroid. So that's just tucked into the little sleeves for everyone, and then my business card with the information for each of the groups. Now, I'm not going to tell you which group you're in or which group you're getting, but there were 5 groups. 2 had 10 participants, 1 had 9, 1 had 8, and 1 had 7. So it was a pretty full swap, and I will be posting links in the description to both yourpaperpantry.ning.com, to my blog, which has close-up photographs of all of my ATCs in progress, various steps, as well as the various portions of the process, and the finished products too. If you have any questions for me about any of the products that I used, please feel free to ask. I'll be more than happy to answer if I can. If I can't, I'll try to point you in the right direction. And don't forget to stop by yourpaperpantry.ning.com and join us. It's a lot of fun, and the participants are very, very creative. Thanks for watching, everyone.